I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. I want to take the time as we start this brand new year, 2024, to say thank you to all of you who have been supporting us over the years. I want to give a big shout out to John, the host of Caravan to Midnight, and his beautiful wife Brenda, and to the couple that I performed their marriage for up in Michigan. I flew down to Dallas, Texas. They bought me an airline ticket. Bought Elizabeth one as well. We flew down to Dallas, put us up in a real nice hotel, fed us real good. I performed this ceremony, his marriage ceremony, going back a few years ago. They're still married. They sent me a Christmas greeting just after Christmas, and also same thing with the couple that I performed the wedding for them, and who live in Michigan now, who says that they're clear that their marriage is still working because of my input into their marriage. And I've heard from the Seligmans back in about September of this year. Jim Seligman and his wife called me and offered their support. And there are others of you who kind of got lost in the sauce when when the Trump thing came out and everybody was like, Pastor Manning ain't with Trump, and so we love Pastor Manning, but we believe, we got to support Trump and not support Pastor Manning. And they made the decision to go with Trump and support him. And it's been six years now, and most people now realize that support of Trump was a bad idea. Trump is a bad person, and they made a wrong choice by supporting Trump and not supporting me. Well, I want to invite you back into the fold. I do. I love to see some of y'all, and most of y'all are Japheth people. I'd love to see some of y'all come back into the fold. And let's try to get the work going forward that we need. One person that continued to make contact is Pastor Butch Powell from West Virginia. And every time we play that clip from the church from West Virginia, I think about Pastor Butch Powell. And, the pastor from out in Ohio, Pastor Dave Dabermeyer. I think he sent us a gift not long ago just before the Christmas holidays or the beginning of the school year. Pastor Dave Dabenmau, I haven't contacted him. I don't, there are a whole lot of y'all out there that maybe you realize that, and I understand that you thought it would be better to support Trump, and you couldn't just support both of us because, I was coming against Trump so hard that it was just not possible. But I would say to you that, you're welcome to come back into the fold. You're welcome to come back if you realize that Trump was a bad idea. There's still a lot of work that y'all can help me get done. There's still a lot of work about healing the nation. And I think a lot of y'all are performing wedding ceremonies. A lot of y'all are baptized. A lot of y'all are preaching your churches in Texas and every place else. We can still work together. And the other item, of course, is that, I'm fighting a battle up here. You see what goes on, how the Hamite people, now they call themselves Black African American, and I love them. I do. I think you can see my love. Now they think I hate them. Because I tell them the truth. I tell them they ain't never done nothing, they ain't built nothing, they ain't got nothing. They're the lowest performing people on the entire planet. There's not a city that black people have built anybody want to go to. It's just, they got more people in prison, and they because of white folk. It's just that they have not, when they had Africa all by themselves, they didn't do nothing with it then. And then when the white man came over there, they sold each other's brothers and sisters and mothers and helped the white man put them on the slave ship, and everybody knows that. And I tell them that. But they're very sensitive, very finicky. And so, but I can say there's a lot of work that God's got. These Black Lives Matter. Every time you turn around and shake a stick, there's another black organization talking about the uplift of black people. Well, all black people doing it getting worse. They had Harlem, they lost that. And I'm going to be putting up on our announcement board that Harlem is not a bedroom for homosexuals. That's another thing. They then got all crossed up in this homosexual stuff. But many of y'all can come on back and help me. Yeah, I'm Pastor Manny. Come on now, you know I'm Pastor Manny. Many of y'all that lived in my house, ate at my table and everything, worshiped at our church, preached in our church. For years we had a thing going on. 700 of y'all walked away from me at one. 700 of y'all walked away from me at one time. Lord have mercy. But I want to thank God for those who stayed. Praise the Lord. There are many who stayed. Otherwise, we'd have to go out of business. We'd be so defunct of funding. And thank y'all for the ones that have stayed. But you know, I'm just pastor, man. I'm just preaching the truth. That's all there is to it. So come on back into the fold. And by the way, I'm going to call Caravan to Midnight as soon as I get a chance. I've been busy in a Paisley Tie Convention over the holidays and everything, dealing with a lot of different issues. And sometimes I don't have as much time to talk to people or make phone calls. I'm just one busy boy.